Dwayne, siwr oedd y profiad yn Africa cael cwbl o ddyddiau i edrych yn ôl na fe nawr. Wedi mwynhau y profiad yn weithio'r canlyniad nos Wener?
Ydw, wedi mwynhau'r profiad. Fi credu bod ni wedi dysgu lot yn bwyty rai o'r garfan. Fi credu, i fod yn onest i'ch hefyd, fi wedi siarad yn bwyty fe bod rai o garfan heb deithio, boes ifanc. Fel achos Covid ag ati, a felly oedd e'n brofiad dda iddyn nhw. O ran y rygbi, fi credu bod ni wedi dysgu bod lefel y gemau yn hynod uchel. Mae'n amlwg ar y gêm gynta, wnaethon ni go reit addi, really, ond i fod yn onest, o'n i'n siomedig ar ôl y gêm, achos o'n i wedi wybod ni'n yn safle i ennill y gêm na, a wnaethon ni ddim, felly oedd boes yn siomedig a edrych mlaen yn fawr at gêm yn Pretoria, ond i fod yn onest, dechrau o'n i'n wael a thi'n wath o'n i, really, o'n i'n fy mewn i'r gêm, le o'n i'n siarad trwy'r wythnos y bwyty i'r gêm yn y gyntaf fo'n hollol bwysig, oherwydd o'ch chi wedi edrych ar y gemau arall y blaw gêm ni, na fel oedd wedi mynd, oedd y gemau y tîm oedd Africa wedi gwbl rheoli'r gêm yn y gyntaf, a wnaethon ni ddim o hwnna, o'r gic gyntaf, o'n i'n wallus, a gaethon nhw mewn i'r gêm, a nhw'n gorfforol iawn. Oedd pac enfawr gyda nhw llawn chwaraewyr yngwladol, felly oedd pŵer nhw'n amlwg, ond fi credu i fod yn onest, o'n i wedi bwydo tyma bach o'r pŵer. A siom i fod yn onest ar ôl y gêm ni, achos lan un ni, oedd y daith yn un dda, a oedd y bois wedi rhoi lot mewn i'r daith, oedd y marfer yn galed. Oedd y cyflwysterau yn arbennau, oedd pawb wedi mwynhau, ond wers ar diwedd y dydd bod ni'n, os na chi ar y lefel gorau posib, mae pobl mynd i cael canlyniadau fel mas na le falle mae'r gyngrair yn ffodus i fi bod nhw wedi dod mewn, achos mae'n rhoi lefel o sialens arall sy'n uwch na beth ni wedi cael yn y gorffennol.
Dim dwywaith am hynna, mae'n anodd iawn i fynd i ware. Yn amlwg, ti wedi sôn, chi wedi dysgu lot o'r profiad, a beth yw'r neges, prif neges wrth baratoi ar gyfer Zebre, dechrau'n dda, a cael eich hunan ar ben ffordd yn gynnar yn y gêm?
Mae hwnna'n amlwg yn bwysig. Dyngoson ni ar ôl gêm Sharks, o'n i'n dechreuon i'r gêm yn dda iawn. A fi credu oedd so mae'n gweud agwedd, achos fi credu oedd yr agwedd ni'n y doi gêm, agwedd i fod yn bositif, ond os na chi'n gwneud camgymeriadau, na'r peth gyda oedd y Bulls mynd i'r gêm, a beth sy'n bwysig i ni ddechrau'r gêm ni. Mae rhaid ni fod yn gystadleuol, ond mae rhaid ni fod yn accurate iawn o beth ni'n neud. A digwyn yn bethau o'n i ddim gweud ar y safon yna.
Felly, penwythnos yma, yn amlwg o'r boes i teithio lot, i gael 2 gêm anodd. Os chwaraewyr yn dod nôl ydych chi ar gyfer y daith i'r Eidal?
Ond mi'n y ddoi boes o Garfan Cymru mynd i ddod nôl â ni. Boes i falle ddim wedi ware cymaint. Trial meddwl pwy arall sy'n... Mae'r rhan fwy o'r Garfan wedi teithio gyda ni. Oedd yna wastad yn y plans ni bod ni'n mynd i wneud ni. Cael y trai'r gêm hyn. Gyda'i gilydd, mae un o ddoi, y boes yn ôl ni, felly cwbl o newidiadau, ni'n mynd i wneud cwbl o newidiadau yn amlwg yn y tîm, ond boes, yn rhan helaeth o boes i wedi bod gyda ni dros wythnos diwetha.
Gêm bwysig yng nghyd-destun y tymor, Dwayne, achos yn amlwg mae Zebre heb ennill, mae falle disgwyl i chi fynd mas yna, a sicrhau bydd y goliaeth bydd wedyn yn sbardino chi falle wrth i'r gêm y darbi ar y gorwel?
Bendant, fi ni wedi edrych ar y bloc o 10 gêm hyn, o gêm Connaught, really. Siomedig ar gêm Glasgow, perfformiad dda, Sharks, o'n da ond heb cael dim byd mas o ni, a wedyn bwrw mewn i Zebra, a wedyn mae 5 gêm ddarbi da ni, felly mae'n cyfle i ni'n amlwg yn ysu i cael mynd mlaen ar gêm hyn. Mae'n bwysig bod ni'n pigo am pwyntiau yn gloi, a bydde un buddugoliaeth, y 2 neu 3 buddugoliaeth yn gloi ar ôl i gilydd yn helpu ni'n fawr iawn, felly ni'n edrych mlaen i fe, mae'r ffaith bod ni'n dod mewn i i gemau Derby hefyd yn gyffroes i'r boes, so maen nhw'n edrych mlaen i hwnna hefyd. A fi credu bod, yn ymwedig yn garfan ni, fo'n onest, mae lot o pwyntiau. Mae boes moyn neud, fi credu, a mae hwnna'n braf o ochr ni.
Ie, sicr, snôl ang Gymraeg. Beth yw'r sefyllfa Samson Lee, yn amlwg wedi gadael De Affrica da anaf, mae'n anaf hir dymor.
Hir dymor, ie. Mae'n cael llawdriniaeth fori. Wedi rupture Achilles tendon, neu dyfu rupture o'r gair iawn. Paracota hwnna. Achilles tendon. Ti'n edrych ar misiodd. So bydd e'n hir dymor, felly siomedig i fy honesty, achos fi credu oedd e'n dod mewn i ffom dda. Tymor hyn fi credu, mae ffitrwydd dde wedi bod yn dda, mae wedi wario bob gêm i ni, felly mae fe wedi bod yn rhan bwysig o'n garfan ni wrth tymor hyn. Oedd e'n wario dda, felly siomedig i fe, fi'n gwybod bod e'n siomedig, achos oedd e'n ysu i cael tymor dda.
Oedd yn sicr. Sori, un arall yn ola yn Gymraeg. Yn amlwg, Siom, i chi a i'r tîm cenedlaethol fyd, pan mae'r tîm cenedlaethol yn colli'n erbyn reid, a mae tipyn o drin a trafod yn mynd i fod. Bydd y farn di Dwayne yn gyffredinol am rygbi yng Nghymru, mae pawb os nhw down in the dumps ar hyn o bryd, ond be mae'r sefyllfa fel yw mae'r wael mae pobl yn neud mas?
Na, i fi, mae'n bwysig bod ni jyst cadw'r trywydd iawn, fi wedi bod yn tîm oedd 2 tîm sydd wedi colli'n erbyn yr Eidal yn y gorffennol, ar ôl ni, wnaethon ni mlaen i ennill y gam blawn y blwyddyn ar ôl ni, felly, pethach yn troi yn gyflym. Rhaid cofio bod Cymru wedi ennill y pencampwriaeth blwyddyn diwetha. Felly, rhaid ni aros yn positif. Mae taith anodd o flaen Cymru yn y haf yn amlwg. Lawr i De Affrica, mae hwnna'n mynd i fod yn prawf dda, ond blwyddyn i fynd, ac yn i weld, fi'n gwybod bod lot o waith caled i wneud, ond mi'n siŵr bod y boys yn ysu i cael wneud y gwaith caled.
Diolch Dwayne. Rhywbeth yn Saesneg. Dwayne, how was the whole South African experience? I'm sure it was great to get to know some of your players a bit better, and just a shame really on Friday night that you didn't put the best performance out there.
Yeah, I think that's right. I think that from a touring experience, it was a good tour. Some of the young boys we have in the squad haven't toured at all, really. With COVID over the last couple of years, so for them to get away and sort of get to know each other, and similarly for the staff as well, for us to take that time, it was good. That's probably the beauty of touring, really, that you get the opportunity to to get that time and that little small talk going. So from that side of things, it was very good. I thought the boys trained particularly well and particularly hard out there. The weather was favourable, so it was good. It was good from that side, and I think obviously, like you spoke about the Friday night's performance, where you look back at the Sharks game, we were more disappointed from the fact that we lost that game. The Sharks game especially, because we put ourselves in the position where to kick on, we weren't quite as accurate, and they had quality in their side and came back to win. But obviously disappointed on Friday because we spoke about the importance of the first 20 minutes in the game. All the games previously, apart from ours the week before, had been sort of a quick start from the African team, so we tried to speak about that, but unfortunately we weren't accurate in that first 20, whether it be we gave them a scrum straight from the kick-off. We let them loose on kick chase. We weren't accurate in our tackle on kick chase. Dropped the first phase attack, so it was a number of errors after each other which allowed them momentum, and they are a top quality side, in all honesty. They had some big humans up front, big boys up front, so it was very, very tough day then once they got the momentum and the tails up. But look, it sort of, for me, it was highlighted the importance of the physicality, the intent, I think, as well. I think that they had really great intent, and I think from our perspective, that's what we took away from the tour, where the intent to carry, the intent in that contact area, You know, when you play those sides, goes up a level. We had it in the first week. We probably didn't have it in the second week. And the ability to sustain that week on week is going to be the challenge. And like, you know, I think that having these four franchises in our competition now raises the level massively. You know, I think everyone will have to raise that level, and you know, I think that you know, we've seen that not only from going to South Africa, playing South African sides, but across the board this year. I think, you know, I think the intent and the physicality of it and the speed of it is going up and up. So it's staying on top of that and making sure we're better next time we go there. But firstly, you know, it's continuing with the season. We have a big block of games now. So go to Italy this week and then 5 derbies back to back. So that's a huge challenge, and you know, one obviously I know the boys are excited about.
Yeah, absolutely, very excited. And as you say, back on the road again this weekend, and it's a game away in Zebre that fans will expect you to get back to winning ways. How tough a challenge are you facing out there?
Well, look, I think that if you look at the last 4 games or 3 games that Scarlets have played, they've been 1-score games. So I think, you know, for our perspective, it's about getting the mentality right after a trip away. You know, we know we're on the road again, so we've come back in Tuesday, Wednesday, or today and yesterday, and worked hard and made sure that you know, we get our focus back straight on competition. And I think that, you know, the boys have reacted well. We realised the importance going away there. I think the big thing is that our mentality is right, and we learn from last week. You know, that we start the game with that intent. And you know, that's what we'll be aiming to do. Yeah,
we've got reinforcements coming this week as well, following the Six Nations international players returning.
Yeah, we've got a couple back. Not all we're back this week, but a couple back this week. Guys who need rugby, guys who haven't played as much, so there'll be one or two in this team, and also opportunities for guys who toured with us as well, because we felt that, you know, guys have taken their chance, and you know, we want to see some guys given opportunities over this period. We've spoken to that as a group, that, you know, young boys deserve opportunities as well to come and play, and they've put their hands up over the course of the last 6, 7, 8 weeks, and they'll have opportunity as well. So it's you know, we're conscious of the squad and the squad building and getting stronger. I think we've sort of shown that over the last couple of weeks, that we're giving guys opportunities, and we'll continue to do that because they deserve it, you know. And I think that some young boys have put their hands up and they're pushing for those starting spots.
Yeah, plenty of opportunities to come because the fixtures have piled up. Yeah. And with the Welsh derbies on the horizon as well, I guess you're going to be utilising all that depth in your squad. Yeah,
I think it's about building depth and utilising it, as you said. You know, there's obviously going to be good players coming back, more so for the derbies. Internationals, a couple of guys come back from injuries as well during this period. So, you know, it's depth sort of we've sort of tried, you know, we're trying to build has been good, and I think that we'll see it over the next course of the next couple of weeks, but also we'll see it in the year to come as well. You know, I think that the guys who've had opportunities, you know, some of our front row players have had good opportunity. Young boys have come through and they performed really well. So you know, we want to harness that and keep them going. You know, there's no good. They need to play rugby, and we'll only get better when we play rugby.
Absolutely. Samson Lee headed back from South Africa injured. It's a serious injury, Dwayne?
Yeah, serious injury, yeah. So it's going to be long term for him. So you know, Achilles injury, so he'll have operation on Friday. Yeah, so we're not expecting him back for you know, probably post, where are we now? April, May, yeah, well into next season probably.
Yeah, it's a shame for him. But you've actually developed some depth in that position, as you mentioned, a few youngsters coming through. Do you need to strengthen across the board, though, looking ahead, looking at the bigger picture?
Yeah, look, I think, you know, you always want to strengthen your squad. What I would say is that we have got, we have tried to develop young players, and if in any position something comes along we think that will help us in terms of our building, then we will look at that, and if the opportunity is there, then 100%, like anywhere else. But an injury gives an opportunity to someone else. You mentioned Samson. I think this year we've got Harry O'Connor, Steph Thomas has played quite a lot of rugby now. Dav Hughes has played. Hooker played very well. Sean Evans as well. Kemsley Mathias started last week. So these are all young men who deserve the opportunity, and they're stepping up to the plate. Frankie's doing a great job with those guys. So looking forward to seeing more of that.
As you know, Dwayne, when the national team lose to Italy, there's always a review, lots of talk. What's your take on it? Involved at the highest level in Welsh rugby, really, with the regions. Does there need to be a root and branch review? Is it a cause for concern after results, not just for Wales, but the regions, for the 20s over the last weekend?
Yeah, I think the reality is, when, as you said, there's a reaction to that loss. I've been in the side that's lost to Italy twice in Rome, played in both games, and there's always a reaction. I think that the big thing is that it's not for us to decide. I think that, obviously I'll know that the coaching group will be looking at that and thinking, right, okay, we lost that game, but we need to move on. We've got a big tour, we've got a big summer tour ahead of us, and how we improve and how we do that, and that's sport, And I think that we got to remember as well that we won the tournament last year. So this time last year we were sitting as champions, and we haven't had obviously haven't had a good performance on the weekend, and that is it really. We just need to move on and be positive around it. Yeah, that's all I have to say in it, really.
Yeah. Just finally, I think we're going to chat to Corey Baldwin in a bit. He's obviously a player very promising. Not seen much of him recently because of injury. How big a future has he got?
Yeah, look, he's a good athlete. I think that before he left us to go to Exeter, he had a number of games for the first team and was pushing forward. This year, obviously good to have him back. Haven't seen him, in all honesty, because he had hurt his toe in the first pre-season game. So, up until the last sort of month, 5 weeks, he hasn't really been too much in training. So I'm eager to get him back involved in the group. He played against the Sharks, played well, because he is a physical, he's a physical fast winger, so it's be good to get him on the ball. Hopefully we'll see more of him now this end of the season, and he can stay injury free, because he's definitely got potential, and we need to give him opportunity, because like I said before, like we talked about the front rowers there, that these boys need to play rugby, and the only reason how they're going to get better, or the way they're going to get better, is if we give them opportunity when they're ready to play. And I'm keen on doing that, and they'll back them to wear the shirt and go for it.